Marvel Cinematic Universe started way back in 2008 with Tony Stark, and over the course of the last 10 years and 19 movies completely changed the superhero genre. On May 4th, we will see the culmination of these efforts as the Guardians of the Galaxy battle side by side with the Avengers in the battle of a lifetime. These are the top 10 Infinity War predictions. Number 10. Peter Dinklage as Pip the Troll. With the MCU featuring an all-star cast that includes Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, and all the A-list Chris's Hollywood has to offer, it's easy to overlook some of the additions that have been made to the roster. Peter Dinklage was slipped into the cast last year, but Marvel has not announced who he will be playing, leaving fans to speculate on what role the Game of Thrones star will have in the events to come. Pip first appeared in the Marvel Comics way back in 1975, and has always been closely connected to Thanos, the main villain of Infinity War. Neither a hero nor villain, Pip spends most of his days drinking and smoking cigars. As a member of the Infinity Watch, a group who has sworn to protect the Infinity Stones, it would make perfect sense for him to show up in Infinity War. Lending credence to this theory, Dinklage was also spotted with a red dye job, which has an uncanny resemblance to the character's original look in the comics. Number 9. The Spider and the Symbiote. When Sony decided to share the film rights to Spider-Man, fans rejoiced. Finally, everyone's favorite wall crawler had made his way home to be with the rest of the Avengers. For many, Spidey's appearance in Civil War was a highlight of the film, and now in Infinity War, we will see Peter Parker travel all the way from Queens into space.
I got homework.
In space, there's a good chance we could see Spider-Man cross paths with the Clintar, a symbiotic race that attaches to a host. The symbiote is what gives Spider-Man his iconic black suit, amplifying his strength, which could be essential in helping him survive a fight against the Mad Titan Thanos. We know that Sony is building their own Spider-Verse that will launch with Venom in 2018, only a few short months after Infinity War. Could Marvel Studios help launch that universe by introducing the symbiote in Infinity War? While it's not clear how or even if these two universes will connect, we'll know more come May. Number 8. Captain America No More. Marvel is no stranger to changing up a character's look and name. In the movies, we have seen a revolving door of Iron Man armors, different looks for Hawkeye, and even newcomer Spider-Man seems to have a huge upgrade in Infinity War, showing off his new Iron Spider suit that was teased at the end of Homecoming. Following the events of Civil War, we saw Steve Rogers lay down his iconic shield and disappear into the shadows. This was based off the events of the comics, wherein a disillusioned Rogers turned away from the United States government and decided that it was time for a change. Ever the hero, Rogers didn't shy away from his calling, instead changed his name to Nomad and continued fighting for justice. If Steve Rogers is now Nomad, that does leave room for a new Captain America to arise. Both Bucky Barnes and Falcon have taken over the mantle at different points in the comics. Could Infinity War see one of them become the new cinematic universe version of Cap? Number 7. Hela will play a major role. In the source material, Thanos is obsessed and deeply in love with the personification of death. That's right, Death is a person in the world of Marvel Comics. First appearing in 1973, Death was born at the beginning of the universe, and even has siblings like Eternity, Oblivion, and Infinity. The Mad Titan brings her souls of the people he's killed as a token of his affection. Eventually, Thanos hopes to extinguish every star in the galaxy to prove his love. How romantic. Thor Ragnarok introduced fans to Cate Blanchett's version of Hela, the goddess of death. Well received by fans, it is very likely that Hela could become the MCU's stand-in for death. This would eliminate the need to introduce another character in a movie that already has over 60 comic book characters sharing the silver screen. And after all, who could blame Thanos for falling in love with Cate Blanchett? Number 6. Dead villains will make a comeback. While most Marvel movies have been well received by critics and audiences alike, the studio does have a well-acknowledged problem with villains. Kevin Feige has even said in interviews, "A big criticism of ours is that we focus on the heroes more than the villains." I think that's probably true. You could almost go as far as to say that Thanos is Infinity War's main character, and that's a bit of a departure from what we've done before, but that was appropriate for a movie called Infinity War. While this is great to hear, Infinity War could also offer an opportunity to press the reset button on some villains that we've already seen in earlier movies. In the end of Captain America: The First Avenger, Red Skull is sucked through a portal using the power of the Tesseract. Ronan was obliterated by the Power Stone, and Ultron was destroyed by Vision using the Mind Stone. Could we see Thanos use the power of the Gauntlet to bring back some of these villains? Number 5. The missing Soul Stone. Thanos' secret weapon is the Infinity Gauntlet, which is powered by 6 Infinity Stones. Individually, these stones are incredibly powerful, each possessing a unique power and abilities, but when they're put together, they become even more powerful, and whoever is wearing the Infinity Gauntlet is virtually unstoppable. Most of these stones have been revealed over the past 10 years, so let's recap where they've popped up.
Groot, put your seatbelt on!
The first to be revealed was the Space Stone, which was inside the Tesseract, also known as the Cosmic Cube. Red Skull was searching for it all the way back in World War II during Captain America: The First Avenger. The Tesseract was then brought back to Asgard, and after the events of Thor Ragnarok, it looks like Loki has stolen it. Maybe to hand off to Thanos? After all, he used its power to bring the Chitauri to Earth in the first Avengers film. The Mind Stone was inside Loki's scepter in the first Avengers film, but later found its new home on Vision's head in Age of Ultron. The Reality Stone was featured in Thor: The Dark World in the form of the Ether, and was given to Benicio del Toro's The Collector at the end of the film for safekeeping. The Guardians of the Galaxy battled Ronan for control of the Power Stone, which was inside the orb. This stone was given to the Nova Corps and is locked on a vault on Xandar. The Time Stone powers Doctor Strange's Eye of Agamotto and is being kept safe on Kermitage. But that still leaves one unaccounted for, the Soul Stone. There are a couple theories as to where this stone might be hiding. The first theory revolves around Heimdall, the guardian of Asgard, played by Idris Elba. The Soul Stone is orange, just like Heimdall's eyes, and part of his power is being able to see all the souls in the 9 realms. When Thor had his vision in Age of Ultron, he was confronted by a blind Heimdall. Could this have been foreshadowing what we'll see in Infinity War? Another popular theory is that the Soul Stone is in Wakanda, the technologically advanced city hidden deep in the African jungle and home to the Black Panther. The city is built on top of a meteor of vibranium, the metal that makes Captain America's shield. Are the advancements in technology powered by some sort of cosmic energy provided by the Soul Stone? This could explain the strong spiritual connection that T'Challa has to the Black Panthers of the past and the Panther God. The Infinity War trailer features a lot of footage of the Battle of Wakanda, which looks like it'll be a major set piece of the film. Could this be Thanos trying to get his hands on the last Infinity Stone? Number 4. The Skrulls are coming. Last year at San Diego Comic-Con, Kevin Feige announced that they would be making a Captain Marvel movie, the first Marvel solo film to star a female superhero. The film is going to be set in the 1990s and will include a young Nick Fury, possibly with 2 eyes this time around. The most exciting part of this announcement, aside from the milestone of the MCU's first female-led franchise, was that the villain of the films would be Skrulls. The Skrulls are an alien race of shapeshifters that have played a major role in the Marvel Universe since they were first introduced in 1962. One of the most notable storylines is Secret Invasion, an event in which the Skrulls infiltrate the Avengers ranks in an homage to Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Could this be the post-cred scene for Infinity War? That would help set up the next phase, revealing what Marvel has in store for the universe moving forward. Number 3. New Avengers. In a film that already features over 20 superheroes, it seems a little greedy to hope for more, but here we are. One of the film's directors, Joe Russo, has said that there's going to be a lot of unexpected characters. There are more surprises packed into this film than any of the others. Marvel has been known to add extra characters into shots, like they did during the final battle of Age of Ultron. This keeps things fresh for the fans and leaves room for plenty of surprises. Could Captain Marvel make her first appearance a little earlier than expected? Fans are also hopeful that characters like Daredevil, the Punisher, and the rest of the Defenders, or even the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. led by Agent Coulson, will make their way onto the big screen, finally unifying the television and feature film corners of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Number 2. The death of an Avenger. Or even multiple Avengers. The stakes have never been higher for our heroes, and we have a feeling that the filmmakers aren't going to pull any punches. After all, this is Infinity War, and war will always have casualties. The safest bet is that Vision will be the first to go. He currently has an Infinity Stone in his head, and that's basically a bullseye for Thanos, who will be desperate to get his hands on it. Killing off heroes like Thor, Iron Man, or Captain America would not only help pave the way for some of the newer characters like Doctor Strange, Black Panther, and Spider-Man to step into the spotlight, but also would give the team something to avenge. This could all be undone by either the Reality or Time Stones, which would both have the ability to bring back fallen heroes from the dead. We all know that comic book deaths are rarely written in stone. Number 1. Avengers Assemble. In 2012, the Avengers assembled for the first time on the big screen. The film broke box office records by earning over $200 million on its opening weekend alone. The film is chock full of Easter eggs for fans to fawn over, including teases of the Civil War to come. There has been one glaring omission in the MCU so far. The team's battle cry, Avengers Assemble, has not yet been heard. In Age of Ultron, Joss Whedon teased the line at the end of the film just before cutting to black.
Avengers!
Now that we're going to see over 20 superheroes on screen at the same time, it seems appropriate now more than ever. And that's our list. Are you excited for Infinity War? Do you have any ideas of who might die? Any classic comic moments you're excited to see on the big screen? Be sure to let us know in the comments section and to like, subscribe, and share this video.